Miles, I want to start in Baltimore first. That's the first game, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Kansas City at Baltimore. Set the stage for you. The last time there was an AFC Championship game in Baltimore was the first time, meaning the first AFC Championship game in January 1971. The two leagues, the AFL and NFL, had just merged, and the Baltimore Colts at that time played at Memorial Stadium, a neighborhood ballpark in the city. And when that game ended, the Baltimore Colts had won the game. They beat John Madden's Oakland Raiders. And I looked up this game the other day, and it's so interesting. John Unitas, quarterback, University of Louisville, passes the torch. Lamar Jackson, the next time there's a conference championship game at home. Lamar Jackson, quarterback, University of Louisville. My other fun thing about this game in 1971, that Unitas threw one touchdown pass that day. The recipient, Ray Perkins. And for those of you who love football, you know that, man, I thought Ray Perkins was a coach. Well, he was a coach, but he used to be, a long time ago, a nifty little split end catching passes. Not a lot of them, but some for Johnny Unitas. So, Miles, tell me, when I hit you with this game, tell me a factor or two that you think it comes down to. When you think about this game, when it hits you, what will decide who wins and loses?
Well, is Baltimore's defense going to force Kansas City's offense into mistakes? And, we've seen throughout the course of the regular season that Kansas City's offense is mistake prone. And I think we've also seen by that same token that Baltimore's defense is so fundamentally sound that they will force teams into mistakes, right? I can't get the image of Kyle Hamilton like swatting up a pass, Deshaun Watson's first pass against Cleveland, out of my mind, and he returns it for 6. I mean, that's the kind of thing that Baltimore's defense can do to you. But one of the fun things I think about this is that we've got number 15 on the other side. So it's not like, you're just saying, oh man, what is this matchup going to be? And that, like, this is somebody who has proven time and time again that he can do what needs to be done in a postseason setting in order to get his team across the finish line. So I'm looking forward to that particular matchup. Like, how does Baltimore's defense look to attack Patrick Mahomes and that offense? And what are they trying to take away the most? Because if it's Travis Kelce, yeah, that makes sense. We'll see if Rice can step up, if Valdez-Scantling can potentially step up again, and if the run game can step up. But if they're trying to stop the run game, which I think that they would probably want to do, right, with Pacheco, and then say, well, Mahomes, are you going to be on target, and are your receivers going to be able to catch the ball? That's still kind of an open question, especially going on the road, Peter.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think that Lamar Jackson is going to get his points. He's going to get his yards. He'll probably rush for 100. We talk about that like it's nothing, but in his 5 playoff games, he's done it 3 times, even though he hasn't been great basically in 4 of those games. I thought he was really good in the second half of this game. But I think what I look at as a huge factor in this game is, is whether the Kansas City offense can be run through Isaiah Pacheco. And obviously, look, 2 playoff games, 186 rushing yards, 4.8 a carry. He is doing exactly what they want him to do during the season, 4.6 a carry. And I look at this game and I say, look, the Ravens are really a difficult team to play against. However, with that defense. But they allowed 4.5 yards a carry this year. And that's not great. And if there's one thing, I would be worried of trying to make my living with Mahomes throwing it 38 times. I think this is Isaiah Pacheco's game for Kansas City. And I will be surprised if he doesn't get 25 touches. Very surprised. Because first of all, if you're Kansas City, you want to chew the clock, okay? If you're Kansas City, it's really, really important to limit Lamar Jackson's possessions. So to me, I kind of think this is an Isaiah Pacheco game, Myles Simmons.
Yes, I do too. I mean, it should certainly be an Isaiah Pacheco game. I mean, I think that he has been the most reliable player for them on offense, aside from Patrick Mahomes, most reliable skill player. And, I think he's shown time and time again that he is the guy that should be getting the carries down near the goal line and not Hardman, because he is going to get the ball into the end zone on his feet. He's not going to extend the ball over the goal line and then potentially send it out of bounds.
I don't think he's going to be trying that again.
I doubt it.
Myles, I think I kind of like Kansas City, but I think I said this to somebody this week. What if you told me that the Ravens were going to get 11 possessions in this game, I would say the Ravens are not losing this game.
Yeah.
I think it matters how many times they get the ball, whether they're able to win the battle of the clock. Those are the things I think are important. So I'm fascinated by this game. I think it's really good.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.